On to you, Sagittarius. You have the Ace of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, the Two of Pentacles. That's my cat. The Hermit, the Magician. A lot of Virgo energy with this one. The Death card. Excuse me, the Sun, the Queen of Swords, the Temperance, which is Sagittarius, the Two of Swords. You did show up in your own reading. I can honestly say that I've said this before. I think I may have said it yesterday or something like this, or a few days ago. But the point is, you Sagittarius are really making a lot of very good decisions. The Ace, okay, let's go through this slowly. The Ace of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords. This is just about how your finances is coming together. Your mind is coming together. There's not a lot of stress going on with you. Just things are starting to look really good. Things are starting to look really good for a lot of you Sagittarius. And the Two of Pentacles, the effort that you putting in, you're getting out. Not necessarily even with people per se, but just with the job, what you do for a living, with your friends, your family. Maybe if you have little ones, they're starting to listen to you more. You're starting to enjoy the Two of Pentacles. You're starting to enjoy your life. Whatever it is that you put in, you're getting out. The Hermit, the Magician. The Hermit and the Magician. The Hermit is about you, Sagittarius. Both of these represent Virgo, by the way. Both of them. So a lot of Virgo energy, a lot of just being smart, making very good decisions. Like you know what I mean? Like there's an emphasis on you Sagittarius not making stupid decisions based and letting people get you caught up in a trick bag because of your own emotion. And it's not to say that you Sagittarius are not who you are and how you are, right? Sagittarius is a very emotional zodiac sign. Like I said before, I would say that for fire signs go, I would say that y'all are really like the water signs of fire signs. And then Leo would be the earth signs of fire signs, because Leo is very stable and it's, you know, one track. And then with Aries, it would be more so of an air sign of the fire signs. It's you know, it's tends to be very changeable. You could talk to it. You know, you could talk to an Aries. They're socialized quite well when they're ready, that is. So for you Sagittarius, you know, again, it's just the what it is that you're paying attention to. And it's, I don't know, it seems like you Sagittarius, your IQ is kicked up 11 notches. Because what it is with Sagittarius is, it's my cat up underneath there. People will get y'all caught up using games. They will tell you some bogus nonsense about how they like you and how they love you and how they, and it's a tragedy, because it'll be people that you liked, like you wanted to hang out with them, and then it'll be like, I tricked you, you Sagittarius is stupid, because how could you think that I really liked you, and all this other stuff. And you Sagittarius is like, wow, you know, for you to even be on it like that, it goes to show that you really was working hard for that. But then the death card, right? The death and the sun represents you put an end to all of that, because now you're on to thinking about and focusing on your own business and the things that you need to do. Part of the reason why it is that we all fall, we all tend to make terrible choices, is because we don't pay attention to our own gosh darn business. We don't pay attention to the things that we need to handle within our own selves. So you know what it is that we do? We end up putting ourselves in messed up situations because we're so busy. All of us, we all made this mistake because we're so busy thinking about to alleviate our problems on one level by focusing on another person's problems. But you Sagittarius don't want to do that. You stop doing that. And as a result, paying attention to your own life, that's where the benefits, the perks and the benefits and the power is coming from, because now you Sagittarius have actually, again, the death card, the sun, took a panoramic view at your own life, and you were able to understand, like, hey, this is bogus and that you need a change. So the changes that you started to do, you started to actually, like I said, Two of Pentacles, you started to actually see results from it. You know, now the Queen of Swords represents, the Queen of Swords and the Temperance represents, you don't want to mess that up. You don't want to mess that up, because things are going so well for a lot of you Sagittarius, to the point now where it's like, you don't want to mess that up. You don't want to mess that up. You don't want to interact with somebody that could come on in, mess all that type of intensive work that you've been doing to actually change your circumstances. And then the next thing you know, it's like you got to start from scratch. Well, and then you have the Two of Swords. You will reject people before you let that happen. Well, I mean, I kind of have to disagree with you a little bit there, Sagittarius, because not much, because you've been doing the right things, right? You've been doing very wise things, but I'll say I have to disagree on the sense that don't put everyone in the same basket. Don't start thinking that every last person is exactly the same way, because that's not true. That's not true at all. And if you go around thinking that that's the case, the Two of Swords, you're only gonna be really hurting yourselves. So let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the Death card. Let's clarify the Death card. These cards are falling apart. It's a good thing I got new ones coming. To clarify the Death card, we have the Nine of Wands, the High Priestess. You see what I mean? Falling apart. King of Swords, the Magician, which you already have. So a lot of Virgo energy. A lot of the High Priestess is also Virgo too. A lot of you using the mind, using good choices, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of not acting like you stupid and like acting like let's take unnecessary risk. There's more of a look before you leap type of mentality now with a lot of you Sagittarius. And the Nine of Wands, the High Priestess, the King of Swords, and the Magician is really about like how, yeah, like, again, you've been through all of that already. You know what it's like to pick up the pieces, because it's all fun and games until it's actually time to really do some real relationship stuff, and how people run away from it and they get scared, right? And the King of Swords and the Magician is, so you decided to be your own confidant, be the person yourself that you can trust yourself. And that's where it is that the trust has to begin. It has to begin internally first before it's external, because no matter how truthful people are to you, you will put yourself in situations, right, because of the lack of trust, where you will begin to get paranoid and you'll think that those people are not really being serious with you in the first place. So definitely, and a lot of you Sagittarius are actually successful with the new mindset that you have. Just still remember to have that same Sagittarius mentality that you do, right? And take a little bit of risk, because that's what you need. But like I said before, just pay attention to the obvious signs. If you see a person, can't hold down a job, or if they tell you that they can't hold down a job, they've got nothing pretty much going for them. You know what I mean? They tend to have a temper, and the temper, it's not to say that they're controlled, but they tend to have a temper, and they're not doing anything to change that temper, to motivate them to do better. These may not be people that you really want to pay attention to. Just pay attention to what's going on.